back. I'm going to crank out another one here for you. You know, this one was like, you know, I just thought of this. I don't know. Sometimes I get ideas because I know that there's a lot of guys that are planning on coming here, and some guys are already here. You know, and they're older guys, right? Like, you know, in my age group. You know, I'm in my early 60s, just turning 63 next week, actually. Holy cow! But I mean, there's guys that come here, and you know. And I think this even might apply to guys that aren't coming here. You know, if you're in the U.S. and you're retiring, let's say, right? You're thinking about retiring, you're in your mid-60s or whatever, or older, I don't know. Just, you know, make sure, I know a lot of you guys work your butt off, man, for like many, many years. I mean, you know, there's some guys that working 5-6 days a week, you know, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day sometimes, you know, just working your butt off and just making as much money as you can make, so that you could ultimately enjoy your retirement, right? I mean, you know, that's what a lot of us are looking forward to, right? But I guess my only thoughts are, you know, just make sure that the thing is when you retire, and whether it's in the U.S. or whether it's here in the Philippines, you don't want to, you know, you don't want to just like, you can't just shut down, right? Like, you know, just, oh, I'm going to do nothing because I deserve it. I deserve just to sit around and, you know, do nothing. You know what I mean? Like all day or, you know, whatever. I mean, you might want to do that for a while, right? Just to decompress from all your, you know, your life or, you know, your previous work life or whatever. But it's a good idea to stay in good shape. Stay in good physical condition. Okay, take care of yourself, exercise, eat right. You know what I mean? It's very important. You know, you want to enjoy your retirement, right? You know, you don't want to just be like, oh, now I'm just gonna sit down, or you know, I'm gonna just do nothing and not exercise, and just eat and drink and you know whatever else, right? You really got to take care of yourself if you want to really sort of enjoy your retirement. You know, and I know it's easy to not do that, right? You know what I mean? Especially, you know, you're tired, man. I get it. You know, you worked your butt off. You know, like you know, you might think like you owe it to yourself to just relax or whatever, you know. And like I said, there's times to do that. You know, you're not, you know, exercise doesn't. It's not like working a 12-hour-a-day job. You know what I mean? Like, you'll find yourself, you'll actually feel good when you're exercising, you know, and I'm talking about walking, just basic things too, you know. I do other things because I've got some back, you know, issues or whatever, but nothing debilitating, okay? You know, but just stuff that I want to fix, you know what I mean? Like, I already went to doctors and all that, I know what the problem was and is or whatever, and now I know what to do to fix it, you know. Every day I do stretching and strengthening exercises and all that, right? Almost like yoga type stuff, you know. But that's me, you know, like, because I've got some issues, and I don't want to let them get out of control. I don't want them to get worse, you know. Another thing, keep your weight down, you know, like as much as possible. Don't try not to, like, you know. And it's hot here, so it's easier. You know, if you're from a northern climate in the U.S., man, like winter times are like freaking, you know, you're hibernating like a bear, you know, and outside of work you're just sitting around and eating or whatever, so it's real easy to gain weight 6 months out of the year. You know, especially in the northern half of the U.S., right? But at least here, you know, in the Philippines, it's hot here, so I mean, it's sort of easy to. You're gonna sweat when you walk, you know what I mean? Like literally, like. So I mean, it's kind of a little easier to keep your weight down, but you still gotta watch what you eat, you know. Yeah, just take care of yourself. Don't. And some of you guys know this already, I'm sure. But you know, and I understand if you don't. You know, that's why I'm here for. You know, like I try to give some information that might be useful to you. You know. But yeah, just you know, take care of yourself, man, so you can enjoy your retirement. You know, wherever you are, wherever you wind up retiring. You know. And you'll feel better, man. I'm telling you, you know, like you'll feel much better. You'll be like, wow, this is how it's like to feel better, you know. And like eating right and all that, right? It's very important, you know. Make sure you're regular and stuff. You know, you go to the bathroom every day and all that stuff, you know. Yeah, man, you'll feel more like a well-oiled machine, you know. Because you don't have to get, you know, when you get older, you know, you don't have to be like some, you don't have to turn into some blob, you know, or whatever, you know. That's not like a foregone conclusion for us, okay? You can take care of yourself, you know. You could wind up being in better shape than you were, you know, 10 years ago when you had no time to exercise because maybe you were working so hard, you know. And working, no matter how hard you work, it's not the same as a regimen of exercise that targets things, muscles and cardiovascular. You know what I mean? It's just not the same, you know. Like a lot of times, work, especially when you're lifting stuff at work and all that, you wind up just, you know, you screw up your back, you know, because if you're not at the same time, like when you go home on your free time, doing things to alleviate those problems, if you're not doing that, if you're just so tired, you come home, you eat, you know, have a few beers and go to bed, you know, if you're doing that for like years and years and years, that's not going to be good for your back. I'll tell you right now, you know. It's not the same as like exercising, you know. Hard work is not exactly the same as, even physical work is not always the same as exercise. Sometimes it is if you do it right, you know. But, you know, so take care, man. Be the best old dude you can be, man, you know. I just want to stick around as long as possible to see what the hell happens next, you know. That's always been my strange motivation, you know, like try not to get so caught up in the news all the time, you know, because the 24-hour news cycle is not done always the best for our society, you know. It just makes people get paranoid about going out, you know, in the U.S. especially, you know. So much violence, it seems like, right? But don't forget, we hear about everything, you know, every little thing that happens in one city, the whole country hears about it, you know. You know, it's just different, you know. It's not like these things have always happened, I think, in the U.S. for a long time, you know, like even when we were kids. It's just that we didn't always hear about them, you know. They didn't always make the local paper, you know. So keep that in mind, you know. So, but that might be another video. That might be a whole other video, you know. I could almost probably talk about that for 10 minutes, you know. So, but that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video, and it's Friday here in the Philippines, so I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I hope you guys had a great 4th of July and didn't blow any fingers off, hopefully. And that's about it. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.